Good morning and welcome to Cityline. It is great to be in your home. Boy, it is fall. I'm talking today is September 8th, and of course we are live every Thursday morning. We have a great hour ahead of us. Later on we'll be talking with the Salvation Army. It's fall, and around the corner it's going to be time for harvest, and then it's going to be time for all the holidays. So the Salvation Army is here to talk about how they help those who are underserved for the holidays. Raising Girls, Sharon Chambers-Gordon is here to talk about some of the new developments that they have. Jane's Fellowship Program. This program is an amazing program. I just learned about this program about 3 weeks ago, and boom, they are on the comfy couch. So we get to talk about an opportunity that you can be a part of. And then with me right now, well, if you paid attention on the wide shot, you kind of know who's in the house. Please join me in welcoming back from Tacoma Little Theatre, Chris Serface, who is their managing artistic director. And he brought with him this wonderful woman who I've loved for years, enjoyed the gifts that she shares on stage. Stephanie Leeper, you are on stage right now in the production of Steel Magnolias. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you here. Chris, as always, you are dressed to kill. So is Stephanie, but she's going to tell us who she is in the play. But you also have some amazing socks. Would you show us?
Sure, I will do sock cam. If requested, I can never say no to that.
That's right. Put them. There it is. And these
They're not
socks,
Magnolias, but it's close.
But they're close. There is a floral theme, and therefore they are grandfathered in. So, Chris, let's talk about Steel Magnolias. What made you decide to bring it back, and then also where are we right now with it?
It wasn't on my top list of shows for the season, but one of our directors, Deanna Martinez, who's directing this project.
As opposed to Dina Martinez, which we won't confuse her with. Yes.
But I said to Deanna, you know, I'd love for you to direct for us, and what's a title that catches your eye that you'd love to tell the story of? And she gave me a list, and on her top part of the list was Steel Magnolias. And I'm like, well, we did that 10 years ago. Let's look at some other titles. And then I kept coming back to it. I'm like, Deanna, why will this story be different? She's like, I'm going to tell it like it truly should be told, of a story of 6 women in the South. And so I said, okay, you've sold me. Let's go with that. And I think Stephanie probably feeling a little bit about that in a little while. And Steel Magnolias is one of those timeless stories that when you get to the heart of it, it's something everybody can relate to. Mm-hmm. It is one of our top requests from audiences. So even though we've done it before, they're like, can you bring that back? And we're like, sure. So we're going to bring it back, and it's a great way to start our 104th season.
Oh, absolutely. So it's been, how do I say this? You've had a development that you've had to push the production forward.
We did.
Share
we were originally supposed to open on September 9th.
Yeah.
We're opening on September 16th now. We did have to activate our COVID protocols, which pushed everything a little bit back. But that's what you deal with when you're dealing with the theater in the 2022 pandemic world, is sometimes you have to roll with it. And so our patrons we've contacted, we have a great support from them when we started contacting them on Wednesday, and it's just been good, and everybody's very understanding. And we will be back, and theater may go away for a little while, but it always comes back stronger than ever. Always stronger than ever. The show must go on.
That's right. That's right. So, Stephanie, first off, before I ask you how this production is different than any other production of Steel Mags, tell us who you play.
Okay, I play Weezer Boudreau. I'm having a lot of fun playing a curmudgeon, but she does have a heart of gold, I feel, and I'm just having a blast with her, learning a lot of about her character, but just having fun with her lines and the relationship she has with the other gals in the cast.
And oh my gosh, I mean, anybody who has ever been involved with Steel Magnolias on stage, that is a sorority that will follow you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
I mean, we have people who still get together who have been involved with Steel Mags at TLT that still once a month have coffee together. So you are a part of a select group. So how is this production different than anything else we've seen in terms of Steel Mags?
Well, first of all, it's just so diverse in the casting. It's inclusive. I'm just having a blast with these ladies. As you said, it's so iconic. And I'm feeling that I've developed friendships with these gals where in the past, just deep friendships right away. And how we're discovering how we all have a lot in common and we relate to one another.
Oh, here's some pictures.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
there's Truvy in
There
the blue.
we are.
That's Aaliyah Shines playing Shelby, getting her nails done by Janice Williams, who's playing Truvy. And in the background is Shelley Ferguson, who plays Malin.
Yes.
One of the great things Deanna did with this cast is she's like, Steel Magnolias isn't 6 white women in the South.
It
It's
is
6
not.
women in the South. And the South is such a diverse population. That's Sam Loberette and Stephanie, and then there's Stephanie and Aaliyah and Janice again with the show. And so Deanna made it a commitment to herself and to our community that she would tell a story. Larice Williams playing Clary. I'm sorry, Larice Roberts, not Larice Williams. There's so many Williams in that. Larice Roberts playing Clary. And every actor is doing such a phenomenal job embodying their characters and bringing new life to this story. It's amazing what Deanna's been able to do in telling this classic story with just a little bit of a new lens on it.
Yes.
So, and this next question kind of falls right into that, and that is, how did you find this cast? Because let me tell you something. When you say Steel Magnolias is the #1 requested player up there, it does not surprise me. And I would imagine you had people lined up to audition for this. So with all those people wanting to be these women, how did you narrow it down? How did you find them?
It's the first show of the season, so people are still hungry to come back to theater, and particularly after a summer off. And I think we had 60 sign up for auditions
Yes.
for the show for 6 roles.
Yes.
For 6 roles.
Yep.
And then we went into the callback process, and Deanna made that firm commitment going in that this is how she wanted to tell the story. And the callbacks and auditions reflected that. We had a great support from the community coming out to audition, and you were at callbacks.
I was, and I was called back for Malin. So when she had me asked me to read Weezer lines, I'm like, oh, how fun! I wasn't prepared at all to read Weezer lines. So when I did, I thought, this is really fun. This is really fun.
To spend your time being grumpy and grouchy, who doesn't want that release after all we've been through the past 2 years?
Exactly, it is a big release, and I'm having a ball with her. And just she's a character and a half. But I'm falling in love with her in a way.
Well, and a fun thing, I'll toot Stephanie's horn for a second. In that 10 years ago, Stephanie played Truvy
Yes, I
in our
did,
production of it.
which was also a blast. Yeah.
So now you've done the 180, but now we're on the 360, kind of back around.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, as a woman to play Truvy and then to play Weezer, such a beautiful evolution that we as women go through when we get used to the aging process.
Very true.
And also what the strong women around us that help us understand that that's a crown to wear. It's not a curse to get older anymore.
No, exactly. And I'm loving it. I think that the complete, like you said, 360, from being the positive ray of sunshine to a little bit of a whirlwind
Absolutely.
with a lot of grit. It's
So,
fun.
Stephanie, how did you get through this rehearsal process? Because I'd be laughing, talking, and probably getting in trouble the whole time.
Yes, lots of it. Lots of delving right into our characters and how we all connect. I think Weezer's closest to the character Clary. They have history. Weezer was in her wedding, in Clary's wedding. So I'm having fun with that relationship, and we can be really sarcastic together. And my lines are just so fun. I mean, probably my favorite one is, I'm not crazy. I've just been in a very bad mood for 40 years.
Oh, I love that.
That's one of the best.
Okay, so you let some Weezer out. We just got to see it. Can you give us a little bit more?
Oh, sure. Well, let's see. Speaking of drum, when Malin asks, about that she's reuniting her relationship with him or reigniting the flame, I say, yeah, he's been most civil lately. I ran into him in the Piggly Wiggly yesterday, and he was most civil. I was caught off guard and smiled at the son of a gun before I could help myself.
Bravo!
I love it. I do. And I feel like I could just be. I really am enjoying Weezer because I don't know, maybe this is True Colors.
The shape of things to come, Stephanie.
That's right.
And the great thing about this show is there are so many iconic lines and moments. And,
One more. You are too twisted for color TV.
That's right. Well, yes.
That's right.
I was telling you in the green room that my family, because we're from the South, we live this movie. I have 3 aunts who grew up in the same house, never left home, never left mama. We call them the Steel Mags. These women are it. If once we get done with the Steel Mags, Chris, at the same time, those education programs that you have are stellar. So tell those parents who are going to be watching Steel Mags what they can do with their children once they get bit.
education starts up the last week of September. We have our after-school programs, there's a program that goes Monday and Wednesday from 4 to 6 in the afternoon, and then one that goes Tuesday to Thursday from 4 to 6. We also have a homeschool program. So if your students are homeschooled, we have a race to the finish. We have the best little theater in town. We also have some adult classes. We have an adult improv class, and we also have a youth improv class, and then we also have a dance class that'll be starting up as well. So lots of great education opportunities for all ages. And that's one of the neat things is our adult program really started to thrive right as the pandemic started, and it just continued blossoming through the pandemic, and now we have a great core of adult classes that are being offered.
Oh, I love that. So last few minutes here, let's talk about what else is coming up with the season, and can we still buy tickets?
Absolutely. Season tickets are available, single tickets are available, flex passes are available.
I love flex passes.
Get them online or call us or stop into the box office. Murder on the Orient Express just started rehearsing last night, which is going to be a great show for the Halloween season. Christmas Story for the holidays, Po' Boy Tango, Rock of Ages, Significant Other, and Shawshank Redemption. It's a great season, and we are very excited for it and what it will give to the community this year.
Oh, I love that. So let's talk about who we need to thank, because TLT is the mecca of volunteers.
It is. We are there because of our community, and we appreciate it so much. So all of our community members, our patrons, our volunteers, everybody who's ever set foot through the door. 104 years is how long we've been going. And you know, we have a wonderful staff that we could not do our job without the great staff, and I'm so happy to work with them every day. Our great actors who are volunteers of their own, and our directors and our designers who give so much of their time to be able to bring live theater to our community.
You know, I think that's one of the things that people often forget when they're watching the Stephanies on stage is, Stephanie, you have a life of your own outside of playing Weezer, and you have a family, you have a job, and now you have a full-time acting career known as Weezer from Steel Magnolias. So, but you don't get paid to give your time away like this.
No, the gift is immeasurable. I do it for the fun. I'm having a lot of fun, and I feel there's really no other reason to do it. I'm really enjoying every minute.
I love that.
And I love this man right here. No, I do.
And who doesn't? Absolutely. Yes. I mean, to just support him and his vision, let alone that whole community, is such a gift. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks
today.
for having us.
And you have a safe trip.
Thank
you.
you.
You break a leg.
Yes, thank you. You're a joy.
Right back at you. We have much more to come on Cityline. Don't go away. We'll be right back.